NESN.com presents The Hurry Up.
Hey guys, welcome into week 16 of The Hurry Up. I'm your host, Rachel Holt. The 12-2 New England Patriots are rolling as the NFL regular season winds down, and they gear up to face the New York Jets on Saturday at Gillette Stadium. Now, they've already locked up a first-round bye in the postseason. They already have the AFC East title, but now they'll be gunning for home field advantage. For more on the matchup, we're going to send it out to Gillette Stadium.
Doug Kyed here at Gillette Stadium, and Patriots' first key to victory over the Jets this weekend is just getting off to a hot start. They need to force mistakes out of Jets quarterback Bryce Petty, and based on what we've seen out of Petty in recent weeks, that really shouldn't be that much of a problem for the Patriots. Patriots also have been much better at creating turnovers as of late. They've been much better at pressuring quarterbacks. I expect much of the same against the Jets this weekend when going up against a quarterback like Petty, who is prone to mistakes. Patriots probably will try to bring the pressure. Trey Flowers will be key in that. Flowers has 7 sacks in his last 7 games, 3 sacks in his last 2 games, so he's certainly come on as of late. Logan Ryan finally got his first interception last weekend, so he might be able to build upon that, grab another pick off Petty this weekend. Second key is really just to protect Tom Brady. Jets do have some weapons there up front in their front 7 who can get after the quarterback, so this is a game where it's very key for the Patriots offensive line to do their job and really make sure that Tom Brady stays upright. Patriots are nearing their postseason run. They want to keep all of their best players healthy, and Tom Brady clearly is the most important player on offense. So he's already dealing with a thigh injury. He had a knee injury in past weeks, so keeping him upright certainly the most important thing for the Patriots offense.
A lot of moving parts in the AFC playoff standings. Here's a look heading into week 16. Good news for New England Patriots fans. They not only earned a win at Denver, yep, that's right, at Denver, the team also clinched an 8th consecutive division title and a first-round bye in the playoffs. Home field? That's the last step. Still challenging the Pats for the 1 seed are the Oakland Raiders, who re-earned top dog status in the AFC West after a win at San Diego and a Kansas City Chiefs loss to the Tennessee Titans. The Pittsburgh Steelers and Houston Texans round out the division leaders for now. The Texans benched franchise quarterback Brock Osweiler in favor of backup Tom Savage, and Savage savaged the Jaguars, a QB situation to watch. The Chiefs and Miami Dolphins hold the wild cards, but Baltimore, Tennessee, and Denver remain in the hunt. Will it be a happy holidays for these on-the-bubble teams? Keep it here at NESN.com for all your NFL updates this holiday season.
Welcome into the fantasy football portion of the Hurry Up. I'm your host, Darren Hartwell, and it's week 16 in the fantasy football world, which means it's championship week. Time to win or go home. It's also the holidays, though, so we're going to put a special little holiday twist on starts and sits this week with a naughty and nice list. We'll start with the nice list. A guy I like this week is Lamar Miller and the Houston Texans. Miller is dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury, but if he does play, he's a strong start against the Bengals, who are the 26th ranked run defense in the NFL. A guy on my naughty list is Todd Gurley of the Los Angeles Rams. I know Gurley has an excellent matchup this week against the San Francisco 49ers, who are historically bad against the run, but I just can't trust Gurley right now. He's had a bad season again with a horrible offensive line in front of him. I know it's tempting to start Gurley, but I just don't trust him, especially in the championship week. And finally, we'll close things out with a waiver wire ad, which we'll call a stocking stuffer. I like Robbie Anderson of the New York Jets. This is a guy who's developed a pretty good rapport with Bryce Petty, and Petty's starting this weekend against the New England Patriots. I think he's, if you need to take a flyer on a wide receiver 3, I think he's your guy.
Doug Kyed here at Gillette Stadium, and LeGarrette Blount's impressive performance this season, over 1,000 yards, 15 rushing touchdowns, has raised the question, who is the best running back of the Belichick era here in New England? And that would be Corey Dillon. Corey Dillon is certainly the best running back the Patriots have had. They only had him really for one great season during his prime, but that one season was much better than any other season that a Patriots running back has had here. He did actually put up 3 consecutive 12 touchdown seasons, and his best season there in 2004. He had a Pro Bowl season. He had over 1,600 yards rushing. And Corey Dillon really is the only Patriots running back that they've had here that you could even make a case that he's a Pro Football Hall of Famer. Dillon had most of his best seasons with the Cincinnati Bengals, but he did have that one monster season for the Patriots. They won the Super Bowl. He earned his individual awards, and he kept it going for a couple more seasons. Not quite as good, but certainly better than they've ever got out of LeGarrette Blount, Antoine Smith, Kevin Falk, Dion Lewis, all of the other Patriots running backs that they've had here.
Carolina Panthers, sharp teeth and claws. probably aren't making the playoffs, but they did plenty to shake things up in the NFC playoff picture after their Monday night win over Washington. The Dallas Cowboys, Seattle Seahawks, and Atlanta Falcons haven't budged and frankly probably won't. Dallas, however, has yet to clinch the NFC East because of the New York Giants' Week 15 win. Could the Cowboys' 2 losses to the Giants come back to bite them? The Detroit Lions round off the current division leaders with the 4 seed, and the Giants remain solidly in the first wildcard slot. But then things get crowded. The red-hot Green Bay Packers have broken into the playoff hunt and currently hold the final 6 seed. Washington was knocked out, for now, after losing to Carolina. And still in the hunt, Tampa Bay and Washington, 2 teams hoping the Packers' 4-game winning streak finally comes to an end. And Carolina, not technically eliminated yet, so there's that.
And now we're joined by Mike Cole with a look at our lock and upset for Week 16. Mike, let's start off with your lock.
My lock this week, I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks, covered 8-point spread against the Arizona Cardinals. At the start of the season, this looked like it'd be a nice little Christmas present. Right now, it looks like a big lump of coal. You just got 2 teams that are going in completely different directions. Seattle looks poised for another deep playoff run, where Arizona, they're kind of just giving up on the season. Who can blame them with all that they've been through this season? I mean, giving up 49 points last week at home. I think that they continue to have those sorts of defensive issues, and this is a Seattle team that beats up on bad teams. They're 35-17 against the spread in their last 52 games against teams with losing records. Cardinals have one of those. I think this is a blowout. I think the Seattle Seahawks get the job done and cover the spread pretty easily.
Okay, now what about an upset?
For my upset this week, I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears. Last week it worked out picking on the Washington Redskins. I took them to lose against Carolina. I actually think they lose again this week on the road in Chicago. Washington technically still in the playoff hunt, and yeah, they need these wins real badly. But I just, there's something about that team that seems a little off to me. I don't know if it's the quarterback dynamic or if it's Jay Gruden calling the shots. And I also look at this Bears team playing a lot better than people give them credit for. I mean, sure, they're 3-11. That doesn't look good on the surface, but just go back to last week. They erased a 17-point deficit against the Packers before Aaron Rodgers took over and just, kind of buried them. You look at a guy like Cre'Von LeBlanc, too, in that secondary. Kind of a cast-off, a guy that they picked up who's played pretty well. Had his worst game of the season last week against the Packers and Jordy Nelson. I think he bounces back this week, takes away that Washington pass offense, and he helps the Bears get the job done.
Okay, Mike, well, you have a lot more on the NFL odds and your podcast, The Spread, so make sure you check that out. Good luck in all your Week 16 picks this week in fantasy football.
The name of the game is Show and Tell. This is where I bring in objects each week and use them to give you a few developing thoughts I have on the 2016 NFL season. First object we're bringing in this week, got a loaf of bread, and this is because I have zero issues whatsoever with guys like Christian McCaffrey and Leonard Fournette giving up their opportunity to play in a bowl game to prepare for the NFL draft. Because you know why? If you have an opportunity to go out there and get that bread, you get that bread. These guys don't want to risk, jeopardizing their NFL careers or risking, potentially making more money in the NFL draft by suffering an injury in the bowl games. So I have no problem with somebody going out and getting theirs, because you know why? These guys, they put it all on the line throughout their entire college career when they're not even getting paid. So the fact that you want to, all of a sudden start talking about loyalty and whatnot, you know what? I got no problem with this. If they want to go out there and say, you know what, I'm not playing this week, I don't want to risk tearing my knee, that's fine. We saw it with Jalen Smith last year. He lost a lot of money by suffering an injury in a bowl game. So go out and get yours, prepare for the NFL draft, move on from college, I'm okay. All right, second object. You got some mouthwash. And it's because Jalen Ramsey, you want to speak of young players, left a bad taste in my mouth this week. This guy's complaining about the officials, saying that one of them's a homer, thinking about, okay, was this guy related to DeAndre Hopkins? Like, come on, you're a rookie. This guy's been causing a stir all year. I like the fact that he plays with a little bit of an edge. Like, I want a guy like that on my defense. But this is the same guy who had a beef with Steve Smith towards the beginning of the season after Steve Smith torched him and had a huge catch on a game-winning drive. I need to see more production from him before he starts mouthing off like this, especially when you're crying about the officiating. And not only that, but you're on a team that's awful. The Jaguars are terrible this year, so I just need to see more of a pedigree before he's going out and making these allegations, especially against officials. I mean, it's immature. Anyways, finally we're bringing in a pill. It's a stress ball that looks like a pill, I guess. I don't know where the hell I came up with this thing, but it's because That's the Redskins' loss on Monday night to the Panthers is a tough pill to swallow. This team is terrible in prime time. Redskins 1-16 at home on Monday Night Football since 1998. The playoff chances went from 53% to 25% by virtue of that loss. This team can't get it done when it really counts. That's a tough pill to swallow, that loss. Probably not going to make the playoffs now. Oh well.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll be at Gillette Stadium on Saturday for all your game coverage, so make sure you keep it on NESN.com and check out any of our podcasts for more NFL news. Happy Week 16, everyone!